Hello class, my name is Mrs. Patton and I'd like to welcome you to your first week Introduction to Computer Programming in Python. This is essentially an overview of the course and it's intended to give you guidance in successfully getting started with your week one assignments and essentially cover any issues or problems that you may have upon entering the course. When you access the course, the first thing that you will notice is that I've posted a link so that you can join Remind. Join and Remind allows you to ask questions and receive immediate feedback via text messages or email concerning course questions. If you have code or any additional questions and you'd like to receive an immediate feedback, I recommend that you join the Remind class. Once you've joined Remind, I'd like for you to take a look at the week one course overview. Now this provides a guideline of the expectations for week one. It also provides steps so that you can have an idea of which process should be completed first, essentially just to get you off to a good start and to avoid confusion in getting started with the course. So for step one, I'd like for you to review pages 1 through 9 in the ebook. Now the ebook is located on the left navigation page. This is a PDF that I've inserted into the course. The course does not have a formal course textbook. However, this ebook PDF provides a lot of details and content about Python that will allow you to essentially complete your assignments for the entire quarter. And if you'd like to go further in Python, it also includes additional details that will assist you as a programmer. You can download the ebook and save it to your computer and use it for future references as well. Once you've reviewed pages 1 through 9, I'd like for you to click on the Getting Started with Python. Now this announcement allows you to click on the links. However, you can actually just select week 1 Getting Started with Python. And that will take you directly to the week 1 course objectives, lectures, installation guide, and assignments. For week 1, you are required to complete the week 1 discussion. And that means that you will need to answer both question A and question B, where you tell us about yourself and you answer question B. All right, to receive full credit, you will need to have answered question A and B and reply to at least 2 of your classmates. Your initial response should contain at least 4 sentences, and your replies to your classmates should contain at least 1 to 2 complete sentences. After completing your discussion post, you will need to complete the week 1 assignment. So this is your week 1 assignment where you essentially create your first Python program that allows the user to enter 5 prices, calculates the subtotal based on the prices entered, calculates the sales tax based on the subtotal, and then adds the values for subtotal and sales tax to display your grand total. So this is an example of your sample output. And this is the grading criteria that will be used to grade your assignment. After completing the week 1 assignment, complete the week 1 quiz. This is essentially 10 multiple choice true-false questions. I've included a quiz guide in the course announcements. And this guide essentially provides a brief overview of the content that will be required to complete your week 1 quiz. Because you have a lot of material in week 1, I've essentially compressed all of that data and provided a quiz guide to assist you in better accessing the responses for your week 1 quiz. So be sure to use this. This counts as 10% of your final grade. Your discussion posts counts as 30% of your final grade, and this is essentially the same amount as your assignments. So the discussion responses, those are easy grades, so be sure to submit your discussion responses on time each week. All right, now to the question of installation. When you are taking this course, you have one of 2 options. You can either use the online compiler, which is this URL, type www.onlinegdb.com, and this will allow you to run your code, to execute it. It does everything for you. If you are a computer science major, then I would recommend that you install Python and PyCharm. All right, so you have the option of either using the online compiler or installing Python and PyCharm to use the PyCharm compiler. And for instructions on installing Python and PyCharm, review the week 1 lecture 3 Python and PyCharm setup. as well as the video for how to download and install Python and PyCharm. Now, in the installation instructions, it will tell you that the instructions are for Python version 3.5.1. However, when you go to the Python website, you need to install the most recent version of Python. I believe it is 3.8.2. This changes every 2 to 3 months. So install the most recent version of Python, and be sure to install the version that is compatible with your computer system. So if you are using a 32 or 64 system, then you will need to install the correct version based on your computer system. All right, so pay attention to the installation requirement. If this is too much in terms of installing the software and you're getting confused, then use the online compiler. On the left side of the navigation pane, there's a link that says Week 1 Assignment Example. This provides an example that is not your Week 1 assignment, but it is similar to your Week 1 assignment. It provides the instructions for this example. It provides the sample code for how to execute this example in Python, and it shows you how to run your code using the online compiler. And this is what the online compiler looks like. It's very user-friendly. You essentially just type your code, you select your programming language, which is Python 3, and you click the Run button. If you run this code, it will execute, and your solution will display at the bottom, like this example screenshot. Okay? Below the execution sample screenshot, I've included a video which essentially demonstrates how to do this. For your Week 1 live session that will be held this Friday, I will also go over the steps for testing your example so that you can see a real live demonstration of how to use the online compiler. But if you can essentially review the video and you have a good understanding, I'd like to recommend that you move ahead and actually complete your assignment. Once you've completed the assignment, to submit it, you will need to click on the assignment link. And this will take you to this page where it will allow you to submit an attachment. So you will need to copy your code, paste your code into a Word document. This is the code. You'll need to paste it into a Word document. You will need to take a screenshot of your sample execution showing your code and your result, as well as a timestamp of the date that you've completed this code and ran it. And you will need to attach it by clicking Browse My Computer and attach those files. Now there's a video that says how to take a screenshot that shows you how to take a screenshot to submit your execution of your code. Okay, so after you've attached these files, you click the Submit button, and that is essentially how you will submit your assignment. So again, you click on Week 1, select the Week 1 assignment, and select Browse My Computer, and this will allow you to attach your files to submit for the assignment. All right. Lastly, for your discussion posts, for those of you who are new to Grantham and the online environment, to access and submit your discussion posts, you simply click on the Week 1 discussion link, and this will provide all the responses. You see my response, which is discussion guidelines, Week 1 discussion resources. So to view the contents of a discussion, you essentially just click the link and it will display the content. You press OK, and this will take you back to the discussion forum. To submit a response, you select Create Thread, and this will display the question. It will give you the option to insert your subject. You just type the subject, Week 1 discussion, and then you type your response to the discussion question and submit. Okay, so that's how you create a thread. To reply to your classmates, essentially you click on the discussion post and select reply. You can also edit your discussion or perform some additional operations, but that is essentially it to access the Week 1 discussion post. All right, so that's it for getting started with the course. If you have questions, my contact information is located under the instructor information link. And this includes my Google Hangouts, login information, and Remind, so that you can send me remind messages. Remember that we have a live session on Friday at 5 p.m. to 5:30 Central Standard Time. If you cannot access the session through the link, you can just call and enter the PIN. Um, and if you have a question that you will need to ask, you can click on the Ask the Instructor link and just type your question, and I'll respond within 24 to 48 hours. All right? Again, welcome to week 1. I'm excited to get started teaching you how to program in Python. Have a great week. Reach out to me if you have questions, and I will see you this Friday for our first live session. Have a great week.